Yoko Goat. I mean, what did they expect? She really did just straight up get this decked in the face back there. You realize her character makes sense. I still don't think he gets it. Love it, yeah, look, I'm not sure how the bird looks. I don't get it at all. Whatever you're alluding to, nah. The answer is nah. Are you going to keep this on YouTube? Vera, I don't know whether you're still here, but yes. The episodes will come out separately on YouTube, but the whole stream will be on YouTube as well, so you can check it out in whichever fashion, whichever way you personally prefer to. Astronaut would be Mewtwo, probably. Here we go with the terms. Well, yeah. I love how raw they're having it. Good job, Astronaut. It sounds like crying. I guess she thought of babies. Is that real? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Dwayne M, welcome to the stream. I hope you're fine. I hope you're fantastic. I hope you're having a good day / evening. Time flies when you're having fun. That's my saying. That's always my saying. Quite a slow and exposition-y episode, but not bad one, I don't think. I honestly love this episode, but don't think anything is wrong with it, lol. I don't think anyone got the terms quickly, so I think you're fine. They will probably stick over time. Perfect, perfect. I'm always up for learning new terms and whatnot. It just feels like I'm not grasping everything that I'm supposed to, just because I don't have all the terms at hand in that kind of sense. So, you know, who knows. Yeah, there are a lot of terms that Japanese people wouldn't have trouble with, but foreigners do. We can get the hang on it. We can help too. These damn foreigners! These damn foreigners! These damn foreigners! Never able to get anything. That's me. That's me. Knowledge of Japanese myth. By the way, before I continue reading the comment, that was one of my favorites earlier on in the episode. That's like, you know, they got transported back in time, and it's a world. It's a world that. Best way of phrasing it. It's a world that blends mythologies with the real world, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense, yeah. So basically, right now they're in like the Chinese kingdom, quote unquote kingdom, and maybe they'll end up going to like a European, more like a Germanic, or maybe like a British, you know, like the traditional knight thing. Because we had that with, you know, with Sugimoto, we had that, you know, the whole knight, dragon, sword. So maybe that's like foreshadowing that, like, okay, she is, you know, from that place or something, and that's why she's obsessed with knights, dragons, and swords. So like maybe we'll have like a place like that. Maybe I'm reaching, maybe I'm completely reaching. I could be completely off here, but hey, you know how it is. Theories, speculations. It is what it is. Knowledge of these mythicalities helped me at the start of the show to recognize some things, which was neato. You realize she's different now, right? Yeah, yeah. Once it was pointed out, it's pretty clear. But I just kind of focus on the hair, you know. She looked like the one girl from episode 1 that was in. Was that foreshadowing? Was that foreshadowing? Darker skin. Reddish hair. What did Asano say? Was it Asano that said that? I think it was Asano that said that, right? He was like, "You look like you look like a different species," and I was making a joke. Is that because of the hair or because of the skin color? Was that foreshadowing that, like, oh yeah, different species, different world, different planet? Is that what it is? Maybe she's from there as well. We'll see her later in like a late episode. It's like, haha, I'm this random character that started beef with you in episode 1. Haha, I'm back. With that said, though, ladies and gentlemen, episode 3, y'all Gucci. If y'all are Gucci, let me know, and I will get started and start to rock and roll. Oh, it is so humid in here. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. I've got the fan on, but because I've got all the windows closed, just, you know, I can actually record, and it's quite late. It's what time is it? It's 9:30 in the UK. So I just have the. Don't forget the language. Perfect. Yes. Good. I've got the windows closed, but it's just extremely humid, which is no bueno. Time to get a dehumidifier. Perhaps. I mean, I have and I've got an AC, which actually should help. but the AC is just, it's like a box. It's like literally that big. It's like a desk AC, which works as a dehumidifier as well, but it's just no bueno as well. With that said, though, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get started with episode 3, which is basically just called Shadow of the Moon, the Sea of Shadows, chapter 3. So I don't think any of these episodes are gonna have like a specific title or anything of that sort. We're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1. Is this episode louder, or is that just my impression? Anyway, with that said, though, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all Gucci. If you like the stream, you know, let me know, and also give the video a thumbs up. That imagery is very, very interesting. Why is this so loud suddenly? That image right there with like the babies on the tree and being in like an incubation thing. Sort of. I feel like in episode 1 it kind of reminded me of like Berserk. But now it actually kind of reminds me of I don't know. There were 24. So there were 24 babies. There were like 6 on each row. No, actually there were more. Not 24. 36, sorry. But it's 12 kingdoms. So 3 per kingdom. How are you this excited? I mean, I would be, yes. So they're trying to save you lot. What? If they're trying to say, okay, kingdom of animals, kingdom of wolves. Oh, they're not messing around. They're not messing around. Oh, you're gonna learn today? Oh, of course. Every time somebody is on a horse and a carriage, right? There's always like this random rock in just the middle of nowhere. Could be the smoothest road ever, and I'll be sort of this random rock, and the wheel will hit the rock exactly. Yeah, you're dead, bro. Yeah, that tiny knife ain't doing squabble. Is this guy trying to use them as bait? Yeah, what's with your attitude, bro? You can't pull it. What do you mean? It's not for you. Or maybe it is. But it's not for you. Like, she's like me. If I saw a sword, right, I'd act the same way. Which is why the Forge and Fire series is so amazing. This guy used you as bait. I knew it. I knew it. Of course. My mind wants to live. Well, so much for that. So much for that. They're not here to slaughter you. Not you. Why does she think she's the MC? Why does she think she's the MC? But you're not that important. Bro, come on now. They're like, Your Highness. Or not. Yeah. This is when you realize you're not the MC syndrome. It's the Vegeta syndrome. It's the worst syndrome in the world. The Vegeta syndrome. N. We gotta get a Chu, aren't we? And a G. This is obviously China, right? And I've read 600 chapters of Kingdom. Although different time periods, but still. Oh, hello there, Winry. It's Takasugi. Wait, is that actually Takasugi's voice actor? It's not. Sounds familiar. It sounds familiar. Is it? And over here we have Mr. Shinichi Kudo, aka Usopp. That voice I'll always recognize. Yeah, straight up, this is... Don't tell me that's Takasugi. Sister. Okay. Alright, how many names are you throwing my way, brother? Come on, Shanks. Nah, that's Takasugi. It's not Shanks. Is it? No, it's not. She's butchered them. She's gonna make a nice pelt out of the Zoldyck family's lapdog. Look at her in the background. Look at her in the back. She's like, I'm not the MC, damn it. I don't have the MC syndrome. Why could I get it. I get it. You can't lift the wagon, but still, come on. That guy's clearly evil. Okay, I'm not gonna make any more references, but come on, this guy's clearly the Fire Lord Ozai. Clearly Fire Lord Ozai. Come on, let me guess, there's gonna be a comment. Android 18. Okay, I'll start with the references. Damn it. I'll stop. We all know I won't, but I'll stop. No. This guy's voice is way too deep. Yeah, she looks like Android 18 straight up. What? Okay. I see. Aha. It's not a phoenix, though. Nah, she's suffering. Not being the MC. Yeah, that's... Hey! Look right. Look right, I get how you're sad. I get your feelings now. He dead! What exactly did you see? I need you to was that the I don't know. Was that the king? Could that have... You How does that come as a shock? This guy summoned people. He summoned birds. Okay, she's actually lost. You know, I thought I was her, but I'm definitely not her. I wouldn't be delusional. Oh, fuck no! Oh, time to get that sword and a torch. Oh, fuck no! Oh, this is the Viridian Forest! What? This forest needs to be burned down. It needs to be burnt down! Straight up. What? So is she in cahoots with them? Oh, clearly is. I don't get the king then. Bro, we barely know these characters and there's already betrayal going on. Actually, scratch that. We don't know these characters. We don't even barely know them. We don't know these characters and there's already betrayal going on. What are you planning on doing? Don't tell me she's trying to... She is. What? Nah, she's suffering a lot. She's gonna be the main villains. That's what that's gonna happen. Maybe it's because you're in a kid's room. Oh, this isn't what it looks like. Hides a sword. We're just looking for food. This guy. Don't tell me she's gonna kill her. Main villain syndrome. Yo! She is! Yo! You know what this looks like, right? You know what this looks like? This looks like Rey Mysterio. It looks like Rey Mysterio trying to like choke out the Big Show. And the Big Show's like, bro, what the flip are you trying to do? What are you trying? He's like, And Big Show's like, come on, bro. Look at her. She's like, bro, what are you trying to do, fam? Ah, this. This is the real Attack on Titan. And the Titan ain't phased. Could they pick up the sword right now? That's what I want to know. Because it's not in its sheath. It's not in its scabbard. Could they pick up that sword? While it's just the sword. That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, the sword is more important than the fan service right now, alright? Because I'm thinking about the sword. how quickly she turned to murder. I'm just like, Taki. Taki. I can remember that name. I can't remember all of your names. Did she say go? Yeah, that's... She's gonna be right by the end of the episode. Okay, clearly she's read 120 stories, and she hasn't read any stories, and that's the issue. And we can finally get some explanations. A Senin. We rarely see them. Something about that phrasing. Nah, she's way too trusting. Way too trusting. That's why the child figure. But nice people. She's what? Oh, don't tell me. I had a feel. I wasn't gonna. Okay. Just bouncing. I thought like she was gonna like. Okay. I don't know why I thought that. Democracy. What? What? That thing was only supposed to keep you warm. Wasn't it? So that thing is an all-purpose device. I would have figured that would only work on her door as well. Yeah, she looks so different, actually. Right there, it was so noticeable. Taki's gonna die this episode. Wolves, some sort of animals are gonna come after her. K. Also interesting, she didn't have any dreams like she had in the first 2 episodes. I wonder how, like, man, that's a great balancing act. But I wonder how, like, he said, "Fuck, be gone." Explain to me. Give me context. Yeah. And it's got the bird as a symbol, as an emblem. That's what's going on here, isn't it? It's why she's being hunted. Is it? Maybe? I don't know. The story of K. Former ruler. Except the babies. What's with her eyes? Interesting. Interesting. No, don't give me that innocent thing. That kid did something to the sword. That the way why did it go specifically for the sword? Gone. Shit. The way that kid specifically went to touch that sword. Could have touched anything else. Could have grabbed her arm. Clearly did something. Why are you two? Oh, okay, here goes. Here goes. What is it? And it's this guy from the very first scene, from the first episode. Her father. I mean... What? Bro, what? Who gives a flip what her hair color is? This is anime. Oh yeah, she looks like a criminal. The face is behind the mask. Now who the flip at you? You're obviously the guy from the first episode. That's not your father, right? The guy is playing tricks with your minds. That's what it is. But who is he? Few things. First one, episode 4. Audio track thing. Subtitle. Where's the mouse? There's the mouse. Thing. Okay. Cool. First thing, the story in the play was obviously in relation to her origin story. So that's kind of how she was taken away. She was took. She was took. Is that a word? She was tacky. she was taken. But I feel like we got a little bit of context, but I don't know whether it's obviously it's not a lot. It's a bit. But if that is the story of the queen, right? Then my question is, first of all, she had the crow symbol on her. Whoa, Salo, €45 donation. I gotta bounce, but I had fun on the stream. Hope you'll have fun with the stream. If you still want to keep going, bye for now. Salo Cannell, well, thank you very much for the super chat. Also, thank you very much for being here in the stream. Have a good evening. See ya. I'm definitely gonna keep going. I don't know for how much longer, but I'll definitely keep going. With that said, though, you know, enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend as well. But yeah, point I was trying to say is that in the play they clearly had the bird symbol, but it seems like the queen is very much on their side, whereas the king is not. So the king is the one that and obviously this was a previous generation, but the king very much seems to be the person that is wants to get rid of them as quickly as possible, whereas the queen, or maybe the princess, I'm not sure if it's the, my guess, Android 18 is the queen. She is working, and she might have been the unicorn / deer that was there with Keiko, and we had Keiko there as well. Didn't we die? But then we had the whole thing as well with like gods and whatnot. They rarely come down from the heavens. Is that is Keiko? Look, man. Look, man. I've watched some confusing shows before in my time, right? And usually I grasp the story. This one feels like, yeah. This one feels like, okay, you're throwing so many things in my face, and I don't have any context. So give me that context. And they're drip feeding it. And then the guy at the end as well, who's been there from like episode 1, who you? Her parents also don't make sense, because if she was born in this world, why would she have parents in a different world? You know, that kind of thing. Wouldn't she be like an orphan? Maybe she was adopted, I don't know. Them getting angry for the red hair, to me, makes absolutely zero sense. So that's another thing. I've got just so many questions and absolutely zero answers. Bong, hello, how are you doing? I hope you're fantastic. I hope you're having a good weekend, a good day as well. But as I was saying, like, this show has given me so many questions so far. This is the 4th episode that we're about to start with. I've gotten so many questions, but I have basically zero answers. I also found it funny how, of course, you have all the answers, Blue Tiger. But I also found it funny how quick. Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. I also find it funny how quickly the not being the main character syndrome hits. That's how I'm phrasing it. How quick the I'm not the main character, damn it, syndrome hits. And how quickly that will then transform into, I'm now going to become the villain. Because I'm not the main character. In that kind of sense. How quickly that hits. With that said, though, episode 4. Let me know when everyone is ready. And I'll be ready to rock and roll. Actually, just give me 1 second while I check something. While everyone informs me whether they're ready or not to get started with episode 4.